Mama, it touches me every day. He always wants to penetrate every time. And I don't know why, but I love the sensation I get from it. I want to tell Mama these things, but I don't want her to label me a prostitute, as she has tutored me before getting married. You should only go close to him when you're ready to give birth. This statement plays frequently in my head when I lust over my husband's body. Yes, lust. Mama says it is only a prostitute lady that feels that type of way. How do I even know when I'm aroused? What is the feeling? I can't put a name to it, but my flesh longs for his touch. When I close my eyes, I feel him, and my fanny is always moist thinking about him. Mama said, when he come onto you, lay down for him to mount on you. Close your eyes and put your face aside. It is an unholy act. The very first time my husband came onto me, I lay down with my full clothes on as instructed by Mama. Wait for him to remove your panties himself, she said. My head was aside, but he held it to face him as he smiled and said, I love you. This made me smile, and when I did, he kissed me. The very first time your father tried to kiss me, I threw up countless times. He knew more than to try it again. The act is disgusting, she said. She did not mention to me that a kiss could take one's breath away as it did to me. He kissed me slowly as my eyes shut itself. I had not felt that way before. I loved it. Wait, let me teach you, he said. Open your mouth a little. Now my upper lip will go in between your mouth, and you will suck it twice slowly. Then I will open my lower lip, and you will do the same again. He explained this act and immediately performed it. My heart was humping, but I was in it already, and no going back. Listen and do anything your husband wants you to do. Mama's instruction rang again. We were doing that repeatedly as his left hand slipped inside my clothes, fondling my right breast. I thought it was a mistake, so I stopped kissing him as I removed his hand with a smile. To be factual, I was overly shy at this moment. Your breasts are for your children to suckle. I remembered Mama mentioned this. My husband smiled at me again as his manhood protruded in his boxers. At this point, my body wasn't afraid. My mind was. Mama never told me about these feelings at all. I did not know if I should call it beautiful, because I'm very sure it is not a bad feeling I felt there. My head couldn't abide in the side as Mama taught me. They went left and right slowly as you ground pleasantly, and locked my legs in pleasure. The guilt comes later, they say. I felt like a prostitute already, but I did not mind at all. He stood up and was going to take off my pants with the light on. I stopped him and said, Sir. I was going to utter a few words, but my voice came out fainted. Please, switch off the light. Mama called Papa Daddy. When Daddy come on to me, the light was always off. Why, Mama? You want me to look at his face? No, it is not right, she said. My husband looked at me as he giggled. Don't call me sir. I am your husband, and I'm your baby now. And no, let's look into our eyes as we enjoy ourselves. He took off my pants, then my skirt, and the rest is history. Before I got married to him, I was scared and naive. Mama was my confidant, and I wholly yielded to her advice. She called me into her room a week to my wedding and asked me to lock the door behind me. I was inquisitive as to what Mama called me for. Sit down here. I looked at her. What's the problem? I asked her. I want to talk to you about sex, she said in Yoruba. I whispered, Ibalopo, as I smiled and covered my face. Mama has never uttered that word to me before. She looked at me in fear as she asked, have you done it before? That's good. Don't be a prostitute, she said. I was confused now. Is it only a prostitute that engage in that act? My friends are not prostitutes, are they? I thought. Mama flipped her Yoruba Bible as she said, in 1 Thessalonians 4:3, for this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality. She flipped again as she recited Genesis 1:28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. She then explains these verses with her experience with Papa. My child, it is good that you have kept yourself, because your body is the temple of God, and sex is for reprocreation only. Mama said the act should be done in the bedroom only. I can't possibly tell her I let my husband have me everywhere and anytime in the house. The first time I asked for sex, I couldn't take it anymore. My nipples were very hard, and all I thought about was me under my husband, moaning aloud. He was watching TV in the living room as I paced round and round the house. Do you want juice? No. Do you want anything? He said no again. I sat close to him with my two hands in between my thighs. He looked at me and asked, "Are you okay?" And I nodded. Yes. I looked away. Right there, I closed my eyes tightly to summon courage and opened it almost immediately. I looked at him as I touched his shirt. I took it off steadily. It did not stop me. Maybe he noticed my gesture or saw my sensual looks around the house since morning. He tapped his thighs as he opened his legs. I did not understand what he was saying. "What?" I said slowly. I thought he did not want me. "Mount on me." My eyes opened widely, as I have never heard Mama saying it is allowed for a woman to mount a man. We learn every day, my head told me. I did as he requested. I sat on him, and the sensation was different. He grabbed my ass and said, "Hump on it." Even before he said it, nature took his course. I became another person. I humped. I did not want to stop. How will I tell Mama I love to mount on my husband? How will I tell her I have become the prostitute she described?